me start recording as well. This is the one I want. Clear. Let me add the YouTube chat. Okay. Everything should be set. Everything should be good. I can't jump right into 2.6, unfortunately. I never did the overture quest. So I'm gonna try and speed run through this. So that way I can get right into the new quest. Oh wait, actually first, I want to try out some of the new features. So, oh my god, so laggy. What do I want to use? I'll use Ani. Okay. So, over here, should be able to fly. And then on top of that, should have yes. And you can track the blob flies and the viewpoint. It's amazing. Next, when you're on the ground, you don't have to do no grapple. You don't have to start from like a higher place. You just press it and you can start the gliding. It's amazing. Now I'll finally finish all the exploration in this area. That was the one thing holding me back from like going back and doing all the exploration. Was just how much of a drag it was, really. I love that. That's great. Okay. As we can look at what else. So we have a new exploration event. Another exploration event. The little photo event thing. Okay. So that's like, I guess, a lore explanation as to why there's flight in the old areas now. Got your login bonus. Another one of these, like, invite your friends back event. I just copy link and it works. What does? Okay, well, 20 astrite. New tactical hologram, Lady of the Sea. What else we got? Oh, wait, that's right, the trials. I'm jumping right into her trial. Oh, hey, what's up? Stop time, grants a shield. Outro skill grants the incoming resonator damage amplification for all attributes. That's kind of crazy for a DPS. Chained heavy attack. When Majesty reaches 2 stacks, Augusta can cast Resonance Liberation. Sublime as the sun. To the Sworn Allegiance state for 7 seconds, which can be finished by casting Resonance Liberation. The full prowess. Hold to perform a heavy attack, then release within a certain period, or press again to perform heavy attack. Thunderbore Spin Slash. First jump to cast heavy attack. Performing heavy attack. Steel Clash release with a certain period, or press again, or press jump to perform heavy attack. Thunderbolt uppercut. When casting Resonant Skill Warrior's Blade, press skill button or jump to perform heavy attack. Thunderbolt uppercut. With full ascendancy, press skill plus skill or left kick plus skill. Right click to perform, or left click to perform following skills in sequence. Resonant skill, strike, resonant skill, leap, resonant skill, plunge. Okay. I feel like that's a lot.
Let's do this another way.
Fight by my side.
Oh. Holy shit.
In control. Stand tall for the eternal sun. My valor never fails.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Roars of conquest. In control.
Holy shit.
Where my blades leads. Triumph.
That's so cool. What does she get? She gets crit rate. Deals damage. Combat. Yeah, that's a crazy outro skill for a DPS. I'll save those for later. That hasn't reset yet. Bundles refreshed. I hate that I always have to click these. Okay. New battle pass. I think there's, yeah, there's new weapons. Um, I see them. Oh, okay. Casting Resonance Liberation increases attack and grants heavy attack with a crit damage substat. Crit rate. I think these are all crit substats. Yeah. Skill increases attack and grants 9% basic attack. Increases attack and grants liberation. Dealing basic or heavy attack increases attack and grants heavy attack damage. And then Resonance Liberation increases attack and grants liberation damage. Those are really good. I might already have one of those boxes. So I wonder if it'll let me. Oh no, did I use it? Oh shit, I think I used it. Fuck. Okay, that's fine. What's in here? Oh, yeah, his new character. Okay. What did her weapon do? I wanted her weapon as well. That's pretty good. I just don't think I'll have enough to pull for the next two characters and their weapons if I pull for this one. Ooh, I am close to it though. No, no, I'll save it for later. I shall do it another time. Clear all this shit. There's so many things to clear. Here's the event calendar. Does it show the next banners? No. Hey, what's up? Okay. Now I'll try and speed run through the overture quest to get to 2.6 because I forgot to do it. Unfortunately.
More! Pour me another.
Just starting. Yeah. Like I said, I haven't done the overture quest yet. So I gotta do that before I can get to the new story quests. I just haven't had time. Which hologram were you fighting?
Sky's gloomy, air's all wet. Oh, man. At least let me finish my sentence. Cold,
Oh, the new one?
cold.
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
I haven't tried it yet.
Famished. We barely had a bite sprinting all the way here from Raguna. Whoa! Pinch me! This is Hey, Rover. So, we did bring enough money, right? I mean, we kind of
What team are you using?
without grabbing anything.
Oh, that. Don't worry, money's not an issue. Augusta made sure we're covered. All our food and lodging here in Septimon is, but I think the owner might have overdone it.
Better get
Oh, you got
used to it.
Augusta.
You're the champ of the Great Aegon.
Does it live up to the hype? It's very... It keeps getting better and better, I feel like. Every update. The only issue is that it is a gacha game, so you're not guaranteed the new characters. They give a decent amount of rewards, but if you want like every single character that comes out, you gotta be really lucky or spend money.
Free stay, free meal. Where's that from? This smells amazing.
Abby, what do you think Imperator wants me to find? If Cardathia's right, the last clue should
Oh
be
yeah,
somewhere
no,
else in
absolutely.
Celestia.
Like graphics and like the story Especially, yeah, for a free game is really good.
We're so close to the finish line. Just one step away. But our pace has slowed.
I want Augusta so bad, but
Relax. We're already back in Septimon.
I want Ayuno more.
I remember
And
Luca said there's
the
this
other
weird
support.
light
I forgot her
cloud
name.
hanging over the and when
The support for
the
Cardathia.
high tide or whatever rolls around.
Chacona.
Wait, is
I
the
want her
high
as well.
tide coming up soon?
So I don't got enough
That
for all
reminds
three.
me. Aren't we supposed to meet her today?
A messenger came this morning. Augusta is dealing with an emergency, an unexpected change. It's throwing everything off course. I don't like. And why me for this hunt? If it's about the great Aegon, the messenger said none of the other gladiators were invited.
Who knows? Maybe she just wants to test her strength against you. Typical.
You think so? I've only met her a few times, but I doubt she acts on such simple impulse. And as the Ephor, can she really thoughtlessly
Guessed from afar. You possess eyes as clear as crystal, but what troubles you so that eyes once bright as the highland sky now darken with rolling...
Who the fuck is this guy?
A warrior who walks the blade's edge does not falter over
I think he's supposed to be a support for Augusta as well. I think.
If I may
I think the
guess,
premium
are
team
cast from the throne.
Is all three.
The peak of Capitolini Hill, beneath the pale walls of the Ephes Palace.
Yeah,
Secrets
unfortunately.
buried. And the most intricate among them are those born from the pursuit. Even one as honorable as the Epher must learn.
All
the way
three,
to be
yeah.
ruthless. In Septimont, a city forged in iron and blood, anyone who seeks the throne without knowing the cost is no better than a lamb. I am Nestor, a traveling poet.
Because Ayuno's like a general support, but she pairs really well with Augusta.
Eager to leave this season.
And then the other guy, I'm pretty sure he is like a direct support for Augusta. Or like an electro support.
If you are curious about the Ephor, then allow me to say that nothing would honor me more than to offer even a...
Wait, how do you know she's the champion? And all that stuff about the F4 too? Huh? Your eyes. Were we talking too loud?
To see and to hear are but two of the many ways to perceive. Trusting the senses is a habit, a natural expedience, but not the only option. Truth be told, I've been gathering inspiration from
At quest 3.
and its protagonist is none other than
200?
Speak of her with some familiarity.
That sounds really cheap. I don't know what the price of those are
I have
though.
a feeling
I don't
your
have to
tale
test
with
it.
her will soon be written. And
That's like the newest one, right?
learning more about those who walk alongside you is rarely without its benefits.
Damn. He must really want to get rid of it.
Augusta,
That or it's like it doesn't work fully.
girl of humble birth, a resonator of modest talent, a commoner without noble patronage. And yet, from the den of wolves that is Septimont City, she rose. And just like the burning sun was once a cloud of dust.
Yeah. Okay, what is this? Dear guest from afar, do you follow me into the near forgotten stories of Augusta, but simply telling it might be a bit dull. Do you have anything left over from your Augusta pulls? I mean, I feel like you should be able to do it. I think we're getting a lot of pulls this update. And then you'll have the whole, yeah, like the whole rest of this patch. Yeah. What methods do you have in mind? What are you trying to do? Hey, yeah, there you go. This moment, your Augusta, you shall relive her past. Face the same choices she once made, thus please forget your name for now. Ready. Of course, Augusta's story is already written. No matter what choices you make, they will not alter our reality. Yet be very wary, fate is fickle, and a misstep can lead to a swift end. Weigh your choices carefully. About 13k right now. Oh yeah, no, yeah, you should be fine. Unless you usually go to hard pity. If you usually go to hard pity, then maybe not, but you have more saved up than I do right now. Past decisions may not have always been the best. I understand. Well then, the story begins. Set aside the complex thoughts and let me sing the epic of a young girl, Augusta. Not trusting good luck. Yeah. As a warm light begins to blur your vision, and you slowly close your eyes. When it clears, a small frightened girl clutching a sword stands amidst the ruins. A group of solemn Septimontian gladiators stands guard around her. Hey kid, are you alone? Don't be afraid. We know what the dark tide did to your home, and we're here to help. Boldly observe the man. No, yeah, I definitely haven't like played enough. I just haven't had a lot of time. So I don't have a lot saved up. So I have to trust my good luck. You must be hungry. Here should be enough to keep you from starving for now. Sure, I'll take the food. Taking us up to one city, it's not safe here. We don't know when the next disaster will strike. Staring at these ruins won't change anything. Even if you rebuild these walls 1,000 times and never hold against the dark tide, you don't have the strength to stop it. Bring your sword and come with us. They shake their heads and pat your shoulder. All of them. Remember to maintain the stats balance. The story ends if a stat drops to 0. Okay. Every story chapter is complete once the corresponding goals are met. In the end, you choose to leave the village. The gladiators' words revealed a bitter truth. You lack the strength to protect the home you are leaving behind. In your travels, you engage with the gladiators. Following the gladiators, you arrive in the city of Septimont by ship. You wave them goodbye after arriving at the central square. Meanwhile, you notice the square is crowded with citizens. For the awe of the city, sure. Poster for the gladiators, Aegon is pinned to a wooden board. The air is filled with heated chatter about the upcoming match. I didn't even notice on the top it shows like what it'll give you. Okay. Draw closer to the crowd. You must know Septimont reveres strength. Here only the victor reigns. That is a law older than the city itself. That one. Eat or be eaten, such is the way of the city. To survive, you'll have to find your bite and seize the crown with your own teeth. Continue. You can't stop thinking about their conversation. You realize the gladiators are the very symbol of strength in Septimont. If there's a way to dominate the arena, maybe you'll find the strength you're looking for. Quietly leave the crowd. Tear down the poster. Yeah. As you leave, you notice that 3 words stand out in the incessant chatter: identity, status, and talent. They seem to be an essential part of gladiating. There are always those commoners who view the Aegon as mere boring displays of butchery, but we're hardly entertained by the sight of rats shrieking in the dirt. What we crave is true magnificence, a warrior who can make roses bloom from blood. Want to have a little bet on how many mangy rats are going to try to find the Aegon this year? them and their stench be stinking up the place. Ignore their words. You're determined to step onto the arena. The rules demand a mentor at your back, someone to keep death from claiming you on the first day, and perhaps even teach you to see the fight through to the end. After hitting several dead ends, you eventually come across Kato. Kato is a retired gladiator star, but takes on a few prodigies. Okay. So you want to join the Aegon? You say, why don't you start by telling me a little bit about yourself? Recall the discussion about gladiators, identity, status, and talents. People in the city of Setamont seem to value these more than anything else. You choose to speak honestly about the past. The Dark Tide took your home, and you came to Setamont seeking strength. Is that so? You've got some metal, but that's not going to cut it here. Go home. People like you always show up with nothing but fancy dreams, only to see them crushed and trampled. I've seen enough idiots like you. Not argue against that. What now? Still here, are you? You think your stubbornness will change my mind? Pathetic. Those are fighting words. Tighten the grip on the sword. Alright, then let's have a duel. Land one strike and you win. If you manage that, I'll teach you how to be a true gladiator. The duel here is your entrance trial. Accept the duel. Blades meet in a sharp clash. Moves to practiced ease. You are quickly defeated. Oh shit. Strengthless, do you realize how weak you are? Which is why I'm seeking power. Do you really know who you're fighting against? Can you really best me? You can't. Now, do you plan to end this? Challenge him again the next day. Back for round 2. Country rats like you sure are pestering as the city folk say you are. Attack. For the last time, you aren't much of a challenge. You're swiftly beaten once again. Go back. This is not your path. Continue on the next day. Too slow, too weak. Your foolish swings only bring smiles to your enemies. Then I'll be faster. Is at your best. How naive. Well, I guess a rat that lives in the dark is never meant for the sun. Checkmate, you've lost. Again on the 4th day. So I'm not going to give up. Why don't you sell your sword? It'll get you some food at least. Challenge the 5th day. You stand before him again, dragging your exhausted body nearly at your limit. I can still fight. The wind swept up, the blade whispers past, and you're suddenly home. Soft sunlight cascades on the gray oak's leaves, and you hear your friend's laughter, your parents' gentle calls. In the very next breath, a bone-deep chill engulfs you. That touch, you know it all too well. Thoughts race across your mind, and your hands instinctively grip the sword hilt. Won't surrender. You seize the opening and land a hit. Okay. Hands you his sword and turns to leave. Catch the sword. In Septimon's arena, the victor claims weapon of the defeated, a symbol of conquest. The sword is yours now. If you're determined to bite off that crown, don't fall before you get there. Augusta, that's your name, isn't it? The moment you step into the arena, you will lose this name. The spectators may brand you with a number, a symbol, or even a name of some wild beast. I'm prepared. Only the last one standing has the right to reclaim their true name. Okay. By then, all will be chanting your name, Augusta. You'll have to conquer their hearts and win their applause, even without identity, status, and talents. Tell me why, or tell me, will I see that day? Make them know my true name. Training starts tomorrow, 6 sharp right here.
Fail enough times, and you might eventually succeed. Should we call it resilience? Or mere stubbornness?
Definitely stubbornness.
Or perhaps, for a girl who has lost everything, there was never a second option. She had no one to trust
That too.
but herself, and naught but a blade to hold. And yet, as the first stanza of an epic. This is nothing extraordinary. Since the lament, across the scorched lands of Solaris, I've heard this story repeat itself again and again. Greatness. Yes, our era has certainly seen it. But true greatness is never found on the first page. Courage, glory, and honor. Light as a thread, elusive as the wind, they weave themselves into every...
I don't know. It's just unbelievable. The Augusta he's talking about.
A girl far from home. I doubt anyone at the time could have imagined her rising to where she is now. Do you mean Cato? Do you believe Cato handed her that final victory on purpose? And that then Cato must have been an idealist to place his faith in a girl with nothing to her name. Now, why don't we keep this question in mind and see where the story leads us?
Maybe he did. I feel like he didn't, but maybe he did. Continue chatting. Dawn breaks with a pale glow. A month has already passed under Kato's training, and today the grind continues. Stick to the training schedule. You arrive at the training site, repeating the same moves over and over and over. Has begun to wear on your patience. You notice some gladiators training in moves you've never seen before. You decide to peek into their training. You reflect on your training. It was always you alone facing the wooden post, patching yourself up over and over. Door. They slip by and the gladiator's Aegon draws near. Today Kato will give you one final lesson. I've done all I can to prepare you. Now you're on your own. Here's my final task for you. Tell me, why do you want to become a gladiator? What pulls you through all this training? You already know the answer. Your ideal has never faltered since you left home. To be strong enough to protect others. You meet Kato's gaze and he reads your answer in your eyes. Offer him thanks. In the meantime, a flicker of desire crosses your eyes. You recall Kato's words from when this all started. By then, all will be chanting your name. Augusta, you'll have to conquer their hearts and win their applause, even without identity, status, and talents. Tell me, will I see that day? I'll make it happen. You're aware that sponsors for Gladiators Aegon are mostly nobles and wealthy merchants, figures beyond your reach, except perhaps in the underground arena. These are top-of-the-line merchandise I got here. Care to take a look? Like products on display, you and a few other gladiators stand in the middle of the underground arena, scrutinized by nobles and wealthy merchants in the stands. One by one, those beside you are chosen and escorted away. The audience casts their eyes in your direction, however, all you receive is a constant laughter in return. These laughs, so they really did have a hand in that disaster. The rot in high places also played a part in your home's ruin. The dark tide alone did not destroy your home. When the dark tide struck, those with power and wealth continued their life of indulgence and luxury. The might of the gladiators existed only to serve their desires. Village girl with such unremarkable forte, dreaming of power and strength. I can't remember the last time Septimont had a joke this amusing. Show them your sword. What can you offer, prancing around like a circus clown and scrambling for your life so we can all have a good laugh? Or do you think playing innocent will win you favor? Never disappoints. Anyone interested in this one? After all, watching the weak struggle is always a fine source of entertainment. Entertainment, you say? In Septimont, strength defines worth. We shouldn't be so quick to judge a gladiator who offers herself. Continue. You turn your view towards the voice. With heavy steps, a well-dressed old-school noble walks down from the stands towards you. He smells of rotten stench. It's unlike the smell of rats, as the Septimontians had put it, but a foul odor of power and wealth. I engage only in profitable ventures. To stand in the arena, you must prove your worth. I have 3 trials for you to survive them, and we may speak further. Okay. You accept the noble's trials. Through trials is too, or though trials is too fine of a word for something intended only to break you. You need 50 reputation and 100 willpower. Okay. Head to the trial grounds. Outside the walls of Septimon City lies a wasteland plagued by the dark tide, your homeland. They say a ferocious lion beast corrupted by the dark tide prowls deep within a cave. No common blade can cut through its skin. Your first trial is to slay the beast. The noble, however, decides to strip you of all equipment but a dull sword. Yeah, a dull sword is more than enough. Mountain trail winds like a serpent among the charred tree stumps. Dozens of bleached skeletons lie scattered. You suspect you're getting close as you continue forward against an unpleasant smell. When the first rays of sunlight split the clouds, the cave reveals itself, breathing death. Before you get a clear picture of the cave, a crushing force presses down upon you. Get down, you're trying to get yourself killed, hold your breath, stay alert. Sure, do as he says. You turn around and see a hunter. Just then a massive beast roars past where you're hiding. Keep your head down. After the lion beast has left, you apologize to Hunter. It was thanks to him the beast did not notice you. Going by those clothes, you're a Septimon gladiator. I used to be just like you, lost a big match, got tossed out by the nobles, and ended up like this. We're nothing but their playthings. The skills honed for battle are now merely tools for survival. Septimon has abandoned the strength it desperately needs. You pity such a reality. Ask the hunter what you should do. Only a madman would go after that lion. I have my reasons. His words are rough, but he eventually tells you everything he knows. You bid the hunter farewell and make preparations for the hunt. To gain more knowledge of your prey, you choose to silently observe the lion beast in the following days. After a few days, you've managed to grasp an overall behavior pattern of the beast, thus you march towards the deep cave. Deep within the cave's dark embrace, you tread softly, then a sudden dread freezes your steps. Between the flickering torch flames, a monstrous shape appears, the lion beast. Fire from the nether dances amid the golden mane, while claws like scythes tear wounds in the earth. Maintain distance and swing your sword. Draw your sword and strike. Maintain distance. As you expected, your sword fails you. It's ineffective against the lion. Before you can take a breath, the lion's thunderous roar storms you again. You decide to quickly analyze the cave's environment. Just before the lion pounces at you, you slash with all your strength against a... Above, it crashes down into the lion's gaping jaws. It still has the fight. You land on its neck, it lunges to seize you, but your swift dodges force its claws into a deadly knot around its throat. Seeing your chance, you give a final pull and the beast strangles itself in a frantic struggle. Trial has ended, you drag your exhausted body towards the stream, clear water cascades down into the mountain valley, and the dense forest slumbers quietly in nature's cradle. You rinse your bloodstained hands in the water. The clear stream slowly turns red, the birds scatter, and the fish vanish. You sense the forest's unease at your presence. The critter's panic plunges into your reflection. For the first time, you realize that power can instill fear. Desire more power. No time to rush, you approach the nobleman again. He imposes a second trial upon you. What is it this time? Killing a mad beast is hardly an achievement. I'm sure you're aware that all warriors of Septimon have 2 lives. One by their parents and one by their sword. You may consider the sword in a gladiator's hand as their life in the arena. For your second trial, bring me 100 lives. Yes, prove to me you are worthy of standing in the arena. To get the admission pass for the Aegon, you must start the second trial day after day. You fight gladiators of Septimont. As your reputation grows, so do the spectators. They don't care who you are, but only want to see when you fail. Look at that girl again. Don't think she would get as many wins as she did. Just look at the size of her. How does she even carry those swords? Focus on the opponent before you. You have grown used to this kind of noise. The deafening cheers numb your fatigue. Your sword now rests against your opponent's throat. One by one, the gladiators you've challenged grow in numbers. Those you've defeated kneel before you, offering their swords, symbolizing their honor with both hands. Even in Septimont, there's a limit to the opponent. There's a limit to opponents that prove a challenge to you. Eventually, you will need to seek out tougher challengers. You have targeted Victor, a frequent champion of the Aegon from one of the noble houses. Do you have any idea who Victor's father is? His lordship is the largest sponsor of the Aegon. Power, wealth, those aren't the only things brute strength can rival. Victor has the best mentor, the finest weapon. The house behind Victor comes to you with an offer, a perfect job and a sustainable future if you walk away from the duel. Rip the contract. I ain't taking no offer. You reject the bribe without a second thought. Humiliated, the noble servant spits curses in your face. You ignorant country peasant. Do you know what it means to refuse a noble? Then you shall suffer for your arrogance when the time comes. Don't expect any pity, as you won't be given any. Ron silences a rambling servant and tears up the contract. Let's go. There's no point in talking sense into that arrogant fool. Then again, I'd appreciate if you don't waste too much of my time in the arena. They throw a bag of credits as a way to humiliate you, following it up with sarcasm and mocking gestures. They attempt to overwhelm you with their pride. The day arrived. Victor accepts your challenge with his honor of nobility at the stake. You remember well the haughty look he wore but a few days prior. I feel like I need water. But the nobles wield only words, not swords. Victor knows nothing about swordsmanship. You easily defeat the weak, incompetent scion and casually lift his pretty helmet with the tip of your sword. Approach the nobles' seats. I have won and achieved it without wasting your time. Do you see your gilded lies shatter before real strength? Toss the helmet back to Victor. The crowd erupts in cheers and applause. The nobles, unable to deny your triumph, lower their heads. You return to your lodging to court your trophies. 99 swords, 99 opponents defeated. Now only one life is left to claim. Most gladiators have long feared your reputation and dare not challenge you except for one. Eridel, the rising star of the underground arena. Unlike you, he was born with a powerful forte. He is undoubtedly the king of the arena. Amidst the endless chanting of the name Eridel, you arrive as promised. Sure. Your opponent's towering physique dwarfs yours, and his crushing presence brings to mind the fearsome lion beast. After several exchanges, you notice something unusual. The floor is too slippery to gain a foothold, and Eridel's armor is unusually heavy. You are too familiar with the noble's despicable tricks. Keep calm. You then shift your pace, luring Eridel into the very trap meant for you. After a few more rounds, his step grows loose, his reactions sluggish. Nice chance. Your sword stops just before the neck of the Septimon's strongest gladiator. The entire arena falls silent, and almost immediately the crowd erupts into an applause. Oh, damn, they're asking us to kill him. Yeah, no, victory's already ours. In front of everyone's watchful eye, you take Eridel's sword. You then bow towards the audience before turning to leave. Next day, you arrive before the Old school nobles with 100 lives. Eredel is merely made of Septimon's flesh. Above him stands a far greater force. Power beyond any Septimontian. Your third trial is to earn the blessing of Arsinosa. He never planned to let me pass the trial. It's an impossible feat. Arsinosa has never tasted defeat. People say it's a peak no humans can ever reach, the last wall of Septimont. But no reason to yield. Okay, wait. Hold on, chat. I'm gonna grab a water real quick. On the eve of the trial, you return to the training grounds once again. While you wait for Kato, you find yourself standing before the familiar wooden post. It has been your most enduring companion in your pursuit of strength. Cut it down, leave the past behind. Not particularly an easy path, is it? Tell me, what did you learn from this path? Strength can be disruptive. Strength brings conquest, such as humanity's oldest rule, Augusta. I'll be there for your last trial, and I'll call your name for all to hear. Back in your room, you stare blankly at your stacked collection of swords. These trophies symbolize strength and conquest, but how will you show them to the world? You once heard the tale of the legendary gladiator, a warrior who would always fuse their opponent's swords with their own after victory. Now you decide to tread the same path and stand before the smithy. Alright, this doesn't matter. You wish to demonstrate your strength, yet now you still seek to do this with power not of your own. Watching the blacksmith hammer rise and fall, seemingly impractical ideal emerges. In the end, you use your forte to fuse all the swords into one. Your forte never stands out among resonators, but its seemingly insignificant power is enough to be stronger than the forge fire and hammer swings. The day of the final trial has finally arrived. You walk to the arena's center with your newly forged sword. The bronze horns blare from atop the 12 stone pillars. All eyes are on you. Everyone is eager to witness how a human will rival the strength of Arsinosa. Suddenly, a rumbling roar cut through the noise of the crowd. The nobles' banners flutter and fall. A colossal shadow swallows the sunlight around you. Arsinosa appears. It's awake, a noble shrieked. Arsinosa stands silently opposite you, slowly its eyes open, coldly watching you. Hand on hilt, focus and stay alert. With a sudden sweep of her tail, the lioness shatters a stone pillar. You roll aside, barely dodging the flying debris. A chill seeps through you, or seeps through the tear in the cloth of your left shoulder. Stand at defensive. Defensive. The screams from the stands are soon drowned by the lioness's roar. A wave of sound and dust rips past your ears. You can taste blood on your lips and tongue. Her second attack comes without warning. You barely have time to react before your sword rises to meet her descending paws. You call it encounters from previous battles. This strike shall be mine. Oh. You managed to withstand Arsinosa's fierce. Whoa! That took it down so much. At the moment, it withdraws. Seize the opportunity to thrust your blade into the ancient crack in its right foreleg. Golden blood spills the arena. Yeah. Like, why did that take so much away? Arsenal ceases her attack, her mane brushing against your bloodstained face. Before she lowers her head, the arena shakes with applause. You hear the crowd chant your name in honor. The voices, they are... Oh, wait, yeah, listen to the wager cheer. Oh, yes, yeah, I got it all back. O wise and noble Arsinosa, the mighty guardian of Septimont, bestow upon her the crown of courage and strength. When the cries of triumph resonate with the earth, we see the fire of humanity blaze across Septimont. O sun and moon, witness this extraordinary feat, witness her epic dedication to Septimont. As platform rises, you realize that by earning Arsinosa's blessing, you have been granted privilege. You are crowned the champion without the great Aegon. Nevertheless, you have already conquered countless gladiators with your strength. Under everyone's gaze, glory now bows at your feet. At last you stand atop the summit, the champion, only now with battle fire cooled in your veins do your wounds raise their voices in protest. You have shattered the decaying order with strength, and through strength you shall reshape new rules. You shall wield gladiators' valor on the righteous path. You shall allow no more fragile lives to tremble before death. You shall ensure that your homeland's tragedy will forever be undone. Yet, should these new rules, forged by might, lose their foundation, will they not fall? A cold whisper of unease coils in your chest. Well then, no time for pointless pondering. Now, from this day forward, your sword, your honor, your 2 lives shall serve Septimont. Okay.
Merely the rough shape of a short epic. Now, as a listener, what do you make of my narration?
I enjoyed it. It wasn't bad.
I appreciate your kind words, my generous listener. I am only a humble wordsmith, spinning verses and rhymes. The essence of poetry. But there is one thing I must confess. Through my words, your knowledge of the Ephor is partial, at best. Poetry can only offer a glimpse of the true story, the reality of people. I do not belong in the pages of the epic, so I remain confined to the observer's gaze. I can imagine events and emotions unfold. Here's some advice for you, though I hesitate to call it so. If
His
you
design
want
is really cool.
the truth,
I like this guy, Nestor.
step into it. Become part of it. The opportunity stands before. As I've said, the tale between you and Augusta, the hero. It's not difficult to see. Fate flows like the stars, tracing their course. The rain is passing. I hear it ceasing its symphony upon the earth. It is time for farewells. Before I leave, may I ask you one last question? What is it?
Well, I'd say strength. Let's be real. There's no way Augusta could have... Rover, what do you think?
It was resolve.
You needn't rush to answer when the final chapter is written. The farewell, my friend. Our paths crossed. Soon, after this brief encounter, everything about me will be gone with the wind. But you, your epic continues.
So now they said that they're going to be doing like more overture quests in the future. I wonder if he's going to return for them. Oh shit. He turned into origami birds? Yo, who is that? That dude looks cool. Dude looks pretty cool.
Your Excellency, you have indulged her too much. As the priestess, you know is far too unruly in both action and word. It's
Indeed. She entered the palace unannounced, a blatant affront to the authority.
Same as all. Senators, all she crossed was a doorway. One too insignificant to carry the weight of our authority, or defend anyone's fragile pride. Let us not forget, it is not the walls of Capitolini Hill that command fear. It is my will, my sword, and our relentless conquest. I know your fear. You fear a priestess's voice drowning yours. And a rebel. Challenge, but listen well. Power does not bow to sycophants, cowering behind their traditions. If you seek power, then step from the shadows. Face me.
Took you long enough, Augusta.
Handling the senators takes time. You know that. Well, to keep our esteemed priestess from waiting, maybe next time I'll just leave them to their own devices. I'll make sure they record every detail of your feat and relay it word for word to Grandmother Lilibet. Priestess Iuno. Unruly behavior left Tetragon Temple without permission and I wonder, who will lose it first? Lilibet or you?
Let those old foxes report me all they want. If they step into the tetragon left foot first, I'll shoot the left. Right foot first, I'll shoot the right.
He looks so good.
Hey,
I needed to come out already.
The Senate should be reminded now and then that the Tetragon's kindness is not a reason to take Priestess Yuno lightly. Why didn't you wait there? I had everything handled. We depart for the hunting ground tonight. If anything changed, you could have reached me by my terminal. You didn't need to come all the way here.
You're overthinking it, Augusta. I'm here to see that person. Grandmother Lilibet said her fate is one of unknowable void. Sounds intriguing enough to make time for.
So that's it? Too bad. The ship from Laguna won't dock until tomorrow morning, and we'll be gone by then.
Ugh, what a hassle.
Patience, you know. The warrior has accepted the invitation. So, you'll have plenty. Is there something else you want to say?
I read Grandma Lilibet's book of prophecies. The hunt and our plan, neither end well. Are you sure we should go through with this?
Risk does not trouble me. Peril simply requires greater strength. But really...
O ye faithless of Septimont, the divinity is enraged. Should your ruler defy their will again? Lately, I've been hearing murmurs from the nobles again about the ancient prophecy.
I will admit, those words once carried weight. But when our ancestors crossed the waters and climbed these hills, and the priestesses all said the prophecy was incomplete, only the hero of heroes, wielding extraordinary power, risen from the dark tides, shall bring eternity to Septimont. Do not forget, this is Fabius, Attilius, Valeria, one after another, these heroes, as long as a hero stands. No disaster can break.
What if this time is different? What if ruin is our fate?
Then I will sever that fate with my blade.
What's so amusing?
So, the fearless priestess Iuno can be frightened after all. But it's fine. If you're afraid, don't push yourself. I can handle this alone. Most revered priestess, Wait for me in the temple. I shall return victorious.
Frightened. Me? If anything, it's you, trying to shut me out and Faye fine. Go ahead. You'll come back to me sooner or later.
That I can't deny.
I knew it. So you do need me for this hunt.
Thank you. You know.
Why are you saying this?
The storm is coming. Come. You know, my friend. The best way to greet a storm is to walk straight into it.
Okay. Is that the end of the overture? Okay, there we go.